All right. All right. So thanks for jumping on this Saturday morning. I want to make these more consistent because I feel like they're very helpful. They've been very helpful when my upline has them and I jump on because I'm able to learn from other people and see what's working, what's not working. Because a lot of you that are on right now, like, really want to kind of go into the business side of things. And I know you all will be super successful at that. And I think it's just understanding how simple it actually is. So when I first started, I was like, oh my God, I have no idea. Like, I just signed for the discount. I probably signed just the way that you all did as well. You wanted the discount. You wanted to get results. You wanted something that was simple and easy, but like effective and that could last a long time. So that is exact. There are so many, I can't even take the animals. Like, I love them all. I swear. We're going to do one call where everyone needs to bring their animal. I'm going to make that a thing. So I just wanted to talk about a few things today, and you can obviously go back and look at this. So checking in. So a lot of you are amazing at that, and I see that. So for March, I want to do some, because my upline does this as well, kind of whoever is checking in regularly, who is showing up, who does their check-in every single Friday, who posts in the group regularly, just like popping in like, hey, got my workout done, or hey, sharing this Shakeology recipe, whatever. It is so important because people who do not show up in the group, I guarantee will not get the same results. Because the people that make that effort to show up in the group really, really, really want this. I am still showing up in my group every single day, and I've been doing this over 7 months, and I show up every single day. Every single day. So that is important. So I want to start doing some incentives for the person that is showing up the most and who I see is really giving it 110%. Because whenever I set these calls up or I make time to have one-on-one calls or anything, I value your time so much. I never will waste your time. These calls will never just be to have them. So I hope that everybody does the same as well. I respect my upline coach's time, and I hope you all respect mine as well. So if you say that you're going to be on the call, please just try your best to be on the call, because I make these, I might just start picking a day because I'm trying to be as flexible, like, because everybody's schedules are so crazy. So I'm trying to make it flexible enough for everybody. So if you do say that you're going to be on the call, I just really appreciate it if you do show up and are on the call. Another thing, so self-reflecting. So sometimes we get into those, especially if you're doing it a little while, you get into kind of those ruts sometimes. And it's like, okay, like maybe I'm not seeing as such drastic results as I was in the beginning, or each week, maybe the weight isn't coming off as quickly. Hey, Danielle. So I think it is, super important to self-reflect. I do all the time. I'm like, am I really following the colored container nutrition like to a T? Or am I like making something and like snacking and then having my portion container? Because I am so guilty of that. So guilty of that. Especially like air fried potatoes. I'll like make a whole bunch and I'll be snacking, and then I'm like definitely had over my carb amount. But so the reason I bring this up is because sometimes we're quick to say like, oh my God, this isn't working. Or like, oh my God, Danielle, like what is going on? And in those moments, I just want you to like relax, because we're human. We are, all of us are women. We all have those times of the month which suck. And maybe sometimes we're extra bloated. Sometimes we just put on extra weight because it's that time of the month. Or maybe we had a little extra salt and we didn't even know it. So looking at labels, looking at all of that, and really seeing what you're buying, even though you think it's healthy, really looking into that. Like, I rarely buy anything, like when I look in the ingredient list, that's over like 5 or 6 ingredients, because some of the time I'm like, I don't even know what these words are. So obviously they probably can't be that good for me if I can't even pronounce them. So just self-reflecting and seeing what's really working. Like, are you really diving into your nutrition? Are you really doing your workout? Are you kind of stopping, taking extra breaks here and there? So those are 2 things that I will be looking out for, especially the check-ins, because I want to start doing some incentives for you guys. But I need to see that you're showing up. So I want to work with people who are going to consistently show up, and take ownership of what they're doing, because I feel like I get on a daily basis. How have I been so consistent with my workouts, or how am I still getting results? It's because I show up. It's because I do my workout. It's because I just do it. Like, I think that's the whole thing. I think sometimes we overthink and put so much pressure of like, okay, we need to do this and that. It's like, give yourself whatever program you're doing, whatever that time is, just in those moments, give it your all. Because if you're going to kind of half-ass your workouts all the time, your results are probably going to be not the greatest. So those two things are important. So I'm excited to start doing some of those things for you girls. And then all of you are on this call. And even if you're not, a lot of you have been interested in the business side of things. And I know I chatted with a few of you, and I want to run with people who want this. And that is exactly, I feel like I'm like going down the line. So this is exactly what my upline coach did. And I feel like that's why I am where I am right now in a short period of time. She saw the dedication that I had and the motivation, and she was like, I want to run with you. Here's X, Y, and Z, how you're going to get there. Go. And I was like, okay, like, she's really successful. Why wouldn't I do the same thing? So I know all of you can do this. Like, it is actually really easy to hit your first rank. And Danielle has, she's so close to diamond, like, it's crazy. And she's only been a coach for like 3 months, 4 months. Like, it's insane. And it's simple, and you all can do it. So to hit your first rank, so Emerald, if you have seen some of these things, Emerald is helping 2 coaches. So having 2 people sign up the way that you did. So they buy their challenge pack. You have someone on your left leg, someone on your right leg. That's what it's called. So once that happens, you turn Emerald. And that's it. How crazy, right? Like, how easy. Like, that's why I really want you all to make your list. I know I talked to a few of you. I want you to make a list of like 5 to 10 people that maybe they've been asking what you're doing, or what, I don't know, what workout you're doing, or how you've gotten results, or what's that shake that you're drinking or posting about. So think about the people that you can help be on this journey. Summer's coming. Like, it's March. Summer, like, spring's coming. Obviously, it's going to be warmer. People are going to start freaking out because they're going to pull out the shorts that are in their closet and they're not going to fit. Who has been in that situation where you panic when summer comes, right? Because you get in those modes of, okay, well, I could just put an extra sweater on. It's wintertime. Or I could just wear those leggings all the time. And I get it. I've been there too. And I think the point of this was, I got to the point where I was like, I don't want to have to freak out or panic when summer's coming because I'm not going to be able to fit into my shorts that I bought last year. I'm like, I want to shop in my closet every single year. Like, I do not want to have to keep spending money to buy new things. So if people have been asking you or curious about, oh, like, maybe I could do that, and they don't, what I always tell my girls when they sign up, I want them to focus on themselves. So when you sign up with me, I will never just pressure you. I'll never pressure you. Do I see potential in all of you? Yes. So will I ask, or if this is something you're interested in? Absolutely. But I will never pressure you. I want you to focus on yourself, getting results, and doing that. But with that comes people wanting to know what you're doing. And it's like, why would you hold all of that information in and not help other people? So I decided to do that, and I helped 2 people. And then I started sharing my story on social media, which I know can be scary, especially my stuff was private at first. I was super nervous to share. Now I feel like I'm like an open book. And I feel like the responses that I get is like, oh my God, like, I love watching, like, I get people all the time, like, I just love watching your stories. Like, cause I'm just, I don't know, I'm just out there. I'm like, well, if you don't want to follow me, you can block me. Like, I feel like I have that mentality, and it's nerve-wracking at first. There's people out there that will judge and not understand what you're doing. But you all can hit Emerald. Like, you all, so every Thursday is when you can rank advance. Like, that's when it kind of, the week kind of ends for Beachbody. So next Thursday, so if you all help 2 people by next Thursday, you will all be Emerald. So it is that simple. You help 2 people, one on your left, one on your right, and that is it. So the way that I feel like I got there, and just a heads up for importance later down the road if you continue to build, Signing your significant other or your spouse or whoever that you're with is very important. So Mike is on my left leg. So your left leg is like your weaker leg and your right leg is like your strong leg, it's called. So I have him under me. So eventually when I continue to grow and build and get you guys to grow and build, your significant other will just earn income for sitting there. Like, how amazing is that? So eventually, like, Mike will just earn income for sitting there, being right underneath me. Eventually, when I'm like 15, I'm going for it, 15-star diamond, I'm just going to say it. So eventually he'll be there. So it's super important. And I know sometimes I was like, Mike, you're signing under me. You're going to be on my left leg. So if you have a significant other who's kind of like on the fence or not super supportive, you can kind of explain that. But that would be one of your coaches. And each month, Mike actually doesn't get Shakeology. He gets 2 of the beach bars and he gets Energized. So I kind of have like access to getting other things as well because I get Shakeology. So we split that. And then he gets beach bars and stuff like that and still gets the discount. So he's not paying full price either. But as you continue to grow and help, that is when you start earning income. And I want you all to do that because so this past week, and I am like the queen of saving. I just made an IGTV story about living debt free and saving money. But this past week was my biggest check ever with Beachbody. Like literally close to my full-time weekly income for my full-time job. And who could not use that additional income? So not only am I getting my products paid for monthly, but I'm making additional income. So that just paid for my car payment this month. Like, just think of that. And that is what really, like, I feel like set the stage for me because I was like, I am building a life that I want. I want to, because kids are not super far away for me in the future. And I kept saying, I said, I want to build a life not only for Mike and I, but for my future family. And I want to not have to worry about struggling or worrying. And this is what is happening. And you all can do it too. Like, oh my God, I have a really cool incentive that's coming up. So if you have seen, I am going to Arizona in April in about a month for a diamond retreat, fully paid for trip. I'll be there for 4 days at my upline coach's house. And I earn that by helping people change their life. Like that, the rewards are crazy. I don't know if anybody else, but I've never gotten rewarded at a previous job with a trip. Never in my life has that happened. So this is pretty cool. So my upline coach said that next year for the retreat, any of my diamonds, so any of you, are able to come with me. Fully paid for trip next year. Like, who does not want to do that? Come to Arizona for free. Like, how amazing. And I want you all there. So that is such a cool thing to just keep in the back of your mind. Like, once you turn emerald, then you can get to diamond, and then you get to come on a free retreat where you most likely there'll be like some type of person, super trainer there, or like like one of the top coaches of the company that can share different insights and tips and tools and all that kind of stuff. And it's just amazing. So don't ever think that you couldn't do what I do, or if you follow some of the top coaches that you could never be there. They were all people. They all had a day one. And I want you all to be there because I want to take all of you with me, and I want to build a team of people who not only want to change their own life, but help others change their life as well. Because when you sign people and eventually start, they might not understand at the beginning. They might be like, I'm not really sure. Like, okay, I think I'll get results. And then in a month, 2 months, the results are absolutely insane. So this is something that I want for all of you because I know you can do it. And it starts with just sharing your story, and it starts with your coming out posts. So I've done it. I know Danielle, Bree, Amanda, who's not on the call, have done it. So this is something, if you are really serious about kind of taking it to the next level, people need to know that they can reach out to you. So if you just start sharing like, okay, like join me, like they might not really be sure like what you're talking about or what that means. So kind of setting the stage of your coming out post is just, and I can send mine actually. I can post that, and you can kind of tweak it to how you want. But it was super helpful because people knew that they could reach out to me. It's like, hey, here's my story, and I decided to jump into this business, and here we go. So if you want to join me, you can. And then people start asking questions, but it kind of leads them into not just like you're posting like, hey, you want to join me? And they're like, I have no idea even what you're doing. So there's definitely that is important to do at first if you are really serious about this. And then the stuff just kind of starts happening. Once you start sharing and inviting, I invite every single day to join me. I don't care what it is. People need to know that they can reach out to you, and always having a call to action. So if you make a post and are writing, about like your new group coming up or anything like that, at the bottom, I always have a call to action. So drop your favorite emoji, or drop this below and I'll plug you in, or direct message me or anything. Even in my stories, I'll circle at the bottom and I'll put message me, all that kind of stuff. So it's super important to know, because sometimes people think that like they can't reach out to you, that you're like this figure, and they're just like, they can't reach out to you. And I've had so many people that have followed me for a while. Like I think Danielle and Bree have followed me for a while before even reaching out. So don't ever discredit people who like are a little on the fence and are like, no, because you will get objections. I get objections all the time. And then that's when you make a post about it. So if you notice sometimes, some of my posts will be what I hear. So it's too expensive. I don't have the time to do it. And then that's when I turn around and say, okay, well, when you invest in yourself, you're going to have to pay something. It's either going to be a gym membership. It's going to be, I don't even know. One of my girls on my team, she was going to a personal trainer. It was the amount. I'm like, what? You were paying that? Like crazy. And you get so much more. So I turn it into a post, because people will be spending that $5, $6 at Starbucks, but they won't spend $4 a day on Shakeology, which is going to help you and satisfy you more than like a sugar-filled cup of coffee. So there's definitely ways to kind of call the people out in a nice way, but be like, all right, well, this is what I do. This is how I incorporate it into my budget, and all that, because it works. It works. I mean, you can't be off and on with Shakeology and be like, oh, it's not working. Like, you have to be consistent with it. So if you ever do get objections, which you will, and even my upline coach has been doing it for almost 7 years, she still gets objections. So people need to see that you're going to show up, and people want to see that you're going to be there 6-7 months down the road. So if you're like showing up and then like you just fall off the face of the earth for a week, people are going to want to be like, well, where is she? Like what happened? So just being consistent in that way. And that's all learned. I still am working on things in social media and better ways to reach people. So you all can do it. And that is what I'm so excited for, because I want you all to hit your first rank, and I want you all to be at the Diamond Retreat next year, because you guys can. It's not as scary as you think. And this is something that I made. So I have this like board, but I wrote down like all. So this is something that you should do. Eventually, when you start like signing coaches, you want to start making a board so you know exactly where you are. So like, well, now wait. So are you guys looking? So this is really my left side. So like I have Mike, Danielle is my other emerald on my right side. So she has coaches under her, which I didn't put down, but like these are the coaches under Mike. So Mike's almost at diamond as well. So I am shooting for 2-star diamond like ASAP, because Danielle's going to be diamond ASAP. But you guys can get there as well. And it's so much fun. Like once you start hitting these like ranks, it's so cool, because I want my team to grow with me. I don't want to do this alone. It's cool to like hit ranks and stuff, but like I want to enjoy it with you guys. If you haven't noticed, I get very excited when you all text me and reach out to me and tell me that you're down inches and pounds and have non-scale victories. Like that makes my heart so happy. It's not even about me anymore. This is about you guys, and I want to be that support. So you all know that at any point in time, you can reach out to me, call me, text me. I usually get back pretty quickly. You guys are great with checking in with the group or asking questions. But I'm so excited, and I just can't wait to see how the rest, I mean, it's March already, and I'm like, I feel like 2019 has been so great. And I'm so glad that I'm finding the people that I want to work with, because sometimes at first you'll just want to sign people and they're not your people. I want people who are in this with me for the long haul. I don't want people that are just like showing up like, I guess I'll try it, because those people ultimately will quit. I've had people quit. Like when I first started, they just weren't my people, and that's okay. You'll find that. You'll have that trial and error, but it's you putting yourself out there and just being real. You don't have to be like me. You don't have to be like the top coach of the company. You be yourself, because that's what ultimately people are buying into. They're not buying into the products, into the shake. They're buying into you. And you all are so amazing. So this will be a no-brainer. Once you hit your first rank, you'll really start understanding like how simple it is to really have people join you. But I am so excited. So it's about, we'll probably end. So I'll just, if anybody has questions, you can just unmute your line. And if not, I will put this up later in the group, and you guys can watch it. But I am so excited. Does anybody have any questions?
Danielle, I had a quick question. So I know that you send out the weekly emails with like the cute little like things on them. What program do you use to make those?
It's called Canva.
Canva.
Canva. It is. I took that. I forget where I found that. I think, I don't know. But yeah, it's really cool. And you can make all different things. So you can make even just like if you want to craft like a post or something like that, you can use that. I just email it to myself and then save it like on my phone, and then it's there. So yeah, it's super easy to make. It makes me feel like super crafty because I'm not. So I'm like, oh, okay. Yeah, so that's Canva.
Yeah, I use Canva for like my Instagram stories, especially when we did like the monthly thing where it was like, okay, like I have this many slots and like we would put people's names in it. Like it's super easy to use because then you can just reuse the same template and just modify it.
Yep.
Right.
But like even then I kind of just want to add to what Danielle was saying about don't be afraid with people like either turning you down or anything like that. Because I can't tell you how many, like me and Danielle like had one-on-ones, and every single week I'm like, I'm just so tired of people like flaking on me. And I'm like, at the end of the day, I'm like, you know what? If somebody is just one bit of hesitant, I'm not going to push them for the rest of the month. I'll meet up with them next month. Like, it's just like, I'm still on the road to Diamond, and like, it's a little bit of a struggle at the same time, but like I work full time. Like I go to school, like it's possible though. It's not, it's not, can't do it. It's just super easy. So
you absolutely can. And a lot of us, I think all of us work full time. And Morgan's a teacher. We have teachers. I mean, everybody commuting to Philly, like I work full time. So you'd make it work, but that's what's so great about this business. Like you don't have to feel like, and Danielle and I have had conversations, you don't have to feel like you have to work this every single second of the day. If you give yourself, and that's fine, you can turn notifications off of your phone. So you're like, okay, in the morning from 7 or I don't even know, from 5 to 6 a.m., that is when I'm working the business. And then when I get home at, 5 o'clock, from 6 to 7 at night, that is when I'm working the business. That is fine. You do not have to feel like you have to do this all the time. Make it easy for yourself. Craft posts the night before. Make those times that you are working your business so strategic, and have a set. When you wake up in the morning, say, okay, this is exactly what I am going to do on my ripped envelope. This is exactly what you're going to do. And wake up with intention. Because if you're just like, I have no idea, like, okay, I think she said to do this, like write stuff down, find a way to track. If you're talking to people, write down their goals. Another thing that I really like to do that I think helps, my transformation looks different from others. So yes, posting myself is great because I like to show my progress results as well. But if you're talking to somebody who wants to lose 50 to 60 pounds, maybe maybe they can relate with me, but my transformation is going to be different. So I'll go in our team page and I'll find somebody who is on the journey of wanting to lose 50 to 60 pounds and they're down 20 pounds already. So kind of finding those pictures and anything in the team page, like when we do the check-ins, you can share those. Those are for you to share. On Fridays, like shout people out. I mean, you probably have seen some of the same names that are coming up. So feel free. You can take mine. You can take anybody's. So it's great to see different people, different body types that are going through this, because I feel like people, I don't know, people probably don't even want to see my pictures anymore. They're probably like, okay, I'm done with you now. But it's so nice to be, I mean, that's why like Christine, she's not on this call, but like she is, I mean, you probably have seen me sharing her. Like she is down, I don't even know, probably well over 10 pounds now. Like I don't even know, 15 inches like off of her. It's just amazing. But like, I like to share those because I don't look like, I didn't have that story to tell. So when someone's coming to you saying, I want to lose 50 to 60 pounds, say, oh my God, I have a girl in my group right now who is freaking crushing it. Let me send you her picture. Bam. There it is. So you can kind of have that relation like, yeah, I work with moms, people that work full time, stay at home moms. I work with people in their 20s, 30s, 50, like, I don't even know the one girl's name in our team page. She works out with her dad all the time. It is the cutest thing ever. I'm like, I wish my dad would do that. But like, that is so cool. So it's never, this whole thing is not like a one size fits all. It's just, you freaking do it. You follow this, you follow a program, you follow the nutrition, and you're going to get results. You have to be consistent. You have to put the work in. That is what I say all the time. But you all can do this, and I know you can. Like, once you get past your own mind, and that is something else, personal development is something that will save you. Like, I fought it for a while in the beginning. I'm like, I don't need this. I don't need, and like, game changer, especially those days that are hard. If you heard a lot of no's or rejections, it's like, put your mind into that book, because half the time you can make your post from your personal development. So 100 Days to Brave, Girl Wash Your Face. I just got this at Target yesterday. Girl Stop Apologizing, the new one from Rachel Hollis. She's amazing. Audible, if you're on your way to work, like instead of listening to music, that 10, 15 minutes that you can just put positivity in your mind, because half the time we stop ourselves from that negative self-doubt. We do. I fall into it too. Just being negative and just being like, I can't do this. Like, the diamonds that I work with, we still have moments of struggle and moments of like, Rhonda says it too. She's like, sometimes you just feel like you want to quit. Like you're doing everything and it's just, you're not, but it's like, stick it out. Cause like, what happens if you do quit? Then you'll never know. So I want you all to just be absolutely amazing and keep being yourself. But I really, really want you to make a list of 5 to 10 people. That will be like your homework. 5 to 10 people that you think that you can help. And once you're done, I want you to send them to me. Or you can just say like, done, made my list. And then we can have a further discussion about kind of the next steps and your approach and how you're going to get, because I want you all to rank advanced by like next week, because I know you can. Start off March strong and do all of that, because it'll be amazing. So anybody else have any questions? And then if not, I will let you guys go and enjoy. No, we're good? All right. All right. Well, I'm so excited, and you guys are probably tired of me saying that I'm so excited, but I just love you guys so much. And I don't know, it just makes me so happy to be able to work with you girls, because you're all amazing. So I will post this a little bit later, but keep doing your thing and have a good weekend. All right. All right. Bye guys.